it's time to get started with Ragnamod 7. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Ragnamod 7. I'm Katiana. We are here in the basement of our dread house, and you can see we have started in on immersive engineering. I have gotten the metal press up and running and had to rewire a couple of things, but we've got it going, have gotten the various molds made so that we can now make gears and wires, etc., through the metal press. And I have been a busy little beaver getting some other things made. I wanted to make sure I had sufficient steel to be able to do so, which I did. Barely, but I did. So we can get started on immersive engineering, the quest for oil. So let's get started. So, as I mentioned, I got the mold set made so that we have the ability to make things in the metal press. That also got us PB&J sandwiches for quest rewards. Can't go wrong with PB&J. It reminded us that when we build our multi-blocks, we should do so in a single chunk, which of course I never bothered to check for chunks, so I'm like running back here to say, oh my gosh, did I mess up already on the very first thing I did? And when I pull up the chunks, oh gosh, I'm so lucky the metal press is in a single chunk. Phew. I'm so bad at that. So bad at that. But we lucked out. So the next thing we did is we made the 2 machines necessary to check for ores and to check for reservoirs. The core sample drill is one we are familiar with. It is what checks for the core, the ore content below the ground for us that what will be eventually mined out by the excavator. And then the new one, which we're excited to try out, is the seismic survey tool. And this one is actually using gunshots, which is kind of scary, but it uses gunshots to take a survey of the ground beneath your feet. And then it's going to tell you if there is a liquid reservoir below you. So, of course, it could be lava, could be water, could be oil. And so have not done this before, so we are going to see what it looks like. So we have, of course, done the survey tool before, but not the other one. So I started with the very first chunk right next to our base over here, and these are the results. Now, the core sample drill lets you place your core right into the world. And I was like, how am I going to place this in the world so I know where it is? So I decided to try item frames. Item frames work beautifully. It puts it right in the world, orients it correctly so that you can see if this is the direction north, and then I don't get myself turned around, because with my luck I would stand the wrong direction and go west when I should be going east or something like that, because, you know, my sense of direction is awful. That's why I end up losing things like my flower pouch. So, item frame on the ground, results of the buckshot on the ground, and you can see that we have a reservoir of something northeast of our location. And I shot in the center of this chunk, so it should be just to the northeast of us. So, I believe that means it's going to be somewhere like right here-ish. Or it might be one chunk. It might be like here-ish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sample in the one chunk diagonal from the chunk that I did before, and we'll see what those survey results give us. So we're going to go right here in the center again, and I'm going to start with a core, and I got to get this. Oh, ding, ding. that fill up with power, and then click it so that it will take the sample. I will collect my sample. Okay, so this one has lead and a little bit of quartz. So the sample I had over there was 100% lead. And this one has just a little bit of quartz in it. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up. And then I'm going to put down the seismic survey tool right next to it. And to use this, we put in a buckshot cartridge. And then we right-click it again. Now, the first one I did, it recoiled me, and I took a little damage. So I'm going to stand back a little bit. Oh, that one hit me again. Okay, so this one, I've gone too far to the northeast. So the reservoir I saw on my first shot is right in between the two shots that I've taken. But it is revealed there is another reservoir if I continue to the northeast. So this shot was actually very valuable. So we're going to pick this up, put the item frame down, and then put that down. Okay, so I need to go basically I think I need to go almost right to the center here, is what I'm thinking. Like right to the halfway point between the two shots. This is what I'm thinking. So let's go with the seismic tool, and we'll go, let's see, which corner does it look strongest at? I think it's going to be strongest on that corner. So let's go with this right here. So we're going to do this, and then let's go back shot cartridge. Lava. Okay, so we have identified that reservoir number 1 is a lava reservoir. Pick these up, put this down, and it is 475 buckets of lava. So if I put that down, oops, no, not that. If I put this down now it's not going to tell me what the reservoir is. Okay, so I want to put a sign here that says lava reservoir. Okay, so we've identified this one. So now this one is, again, going to be really close to the halfway point of this one. So I think it's going to be about here. More lava. Okay. And this one is another 839 buckets. Okay, so we have 2 lava pools, which would be great if we wanted lava, but we want oil. Yep, we got lots of lava, which again is great if we were wanting lava. I have 10 shots left. Now, one thing I wondered is if we would definitely find lava underneath the same chunk where the lava was found over here. In this area. Because we know there's oil on the surface here. Does this mean there's also an oil reservoir below the surface? Not that that would be the greatest place to have to do our oil rig setup, because obviously it's in a swamp. But is that an indicator that there is a reservoir there because we have an oil reservoir on the surface? I think we should test that out. No, they're both immersive petroleum. I'm pretty sure the oil that I picked up came out of immersive petroleum. They're both immersive petroleum. That's why I was curious if being they're from the same mod, if it was an indicator. And it might not be. It might be two completely separate types of oil. But I figured we should probably check, because with waystones we can set up a waystone over there, and we could build a platform to put an oil rig on easily enough to cover the water. So I'm not worried about that. We have the entire server to ourselves. Grinch is out doing the grocery shopping, so it's just me. I will tell you that after our stream last night, he was still out adventuring, exploring in Everbright, in a boat. He was just basically rowing around in the ocean, because he figured he could cover more ground that way. And he did find a nature's dungeon, which is one of the two dungeons in the next tier for the quests. So it's the one here. This picture does not do it justice for how incredibly large this building is. When they say you cannot miss it, that part is extremely accurate. It's gigantic. So I'm a little apprehensive about doing a maze inside of a giant building like that. Not gonna lie, that's gonna be a little challenging. Okay, so here we have our flowing crude oil. And you can see I have not drained it yet. I still have all of this oil over here. There's oil on the ground, and I have not touched the fountain, which is good. Helps me see where exactly it is. And then we can see where the chunk borders are. So the fountain itself actually crosses chunk borders. So this is going to be kind of a challenge if it's in the water. Let's do it over... let's see. Let's do it like right here. It's like... It's not right up against there, but I don't want it to fall in the water when I pick it up either. Alright. Put cartridge in. Step back. Nothing. There is nothing in range at all. Okay. Well, good to know. We have scienced that out. Make sure that I have picked those both up. And then I can... That was interesting. Alright, let's check. Let's check around spawn. Just check a couple of these and see what we can find. Try putting down the right things here. And then that's now full. Ooh, 28.43% gold and 71.57% fluorite. Okay, fluorite, that's good. We definitely could use fluorite. I don't know why it won't let me put this down. Okay, we'll work around it. Alright, let's try this. Nothing. Ah, there it went. My shift key must not have wanted to register for some reason. Okay, so there is absolutely nothing in range here. No! What the heck was that? Oh! Lightning struck right next to me. Jeez. That's entirely not necessary, really. Really not necessary. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we did it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Middle of the chunk here. What's a little rain between friends? Take a sample here. A 100% uraninite. Okay, that is a good one for when we get into power. That could be very helpful. That down, put that down. Lava again, and I'm right on top of it. Okay. So, what Twilight Forest is telling me is we ain't got time for no lava. Huh. Which is fine. Sure, not a problem. This is also a possibility. It's part of the reason why I wanted to test it in Twilight Forest first, was to see if we were going to have to go to the overworld. Now, I have started using one village in particular for projects. I have got my natural altar here, along with the crumbling catalyst. And then on the other side, I have set up gotta get to the stairs. Here is my altar of offering to the gods. So I've got a couple of places for nature's aura here in this village, because it had a couple of spots of really good natural aura. So we could see if this area has any potential oil reserves. Since we are here for one mod, maybe we can be here for another one as well. Without being too close to the village, we could go check this beach over here. And these plains over here. Seems like a winning idea. Oop. Because we want areas that have lots of space. Lots of space is very important. And I'm going to have to make room here. I did make the tablet scanner, so I can access my inventory from the overworld. No problemo. Very nice. And the tablet actually will accept multiple modules. So I'm wondering if you could set up a storage system in the overworld and in Twilight and in the Nether, and then have them all connected into one tablet to be able to be worked with. That would be pretty awesome. Okay, so we have zinc with over 29,000 ores. That's not bad. Let's check the liquid options. I'm gonna have to make more buckshot if we can't find something here soon. Oh, we got a reservoir of something straight to the west. Okay, so we're going to pick you up, put the item frame down, put this down, and then make sure I'm going north, and then go this way, and the center of it is west and just slightly north. And I wasn't quite in the center of a chunk when I did this. So looks like maybe like about here. Let's try here. Come on, oil baby. Please, 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 please. We did it! Boom, 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 boom. Crude oil, baby. We're in business. Okay. Item frame down. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are going to stand here and immediately do this. Didn't realize I hadn't claimed that yet. That is not an insignificant reservoir, sir. I am... Come here. 26.5, basically. I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. I'm going to use one of my waystones. And let's see, let's put it over here. And we're going to call this Katiana's Oil Fields. Global, done. So now we are able to jump right back home. And we can get rid of that. Oop, there. Yeah, now things are going to get difficult because I do not think I have enough steel. So we talked about this on stream last night, and I don't think we actually demonstrated something that Greg found out, that you can make your own living root with emeralds. Which is pretty dang awesome. Did not know that. Greg discovered that, which, again, again. Pretty darn awesome. And we need the living root to make the raw ironwood, which goes into making steel. Fortune works on the living wood? Or living root? I did not know that. That is of interest. Okay, so we're going to put that, and that in there. The empty cartridges I'm going to put in here, since that is where they are being used. Interesting. So I need to get an axe that has fortune on it. Do I have any fortune books? There's fortune 2. Let's see here. Got a lot of those. Unbreaking. I can't see what you are because you're off screen. No. Holding 2. Efficiency. More efficiency. Looting 2. Mending. No, so it looks like I've got a fortune 2. Which we can start with that. Now, of all the axes I have, is that actually the right one to put it on? God knows I have got a lot of axes. I've got that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. That one's 13. That one's only 9. That one's 14. That one's 14, plus it has a socket. Yeah, I think that's the right one. Well, it says it's supposed to be harvested with an axe. Hey, Squishy! Pop that on there. Okay. So, I will carry a thing of emeralds along with me, and we will go and grab more living root generation, because I know we're going to need more steel now that we actually have found a reservoir of oil. Now, I cannot remember if there is roots down here in the hill or not, so I'm going to start there. There might be, or there might not be. You tried the create accumulator last night. It can't go over 512 a tick. Oh no! Well, that won't do any good. I also wanted to check to see if one of these spawners is our little slime bugs. Oh, hello. Allow me to clean you up. Because I thought we had... That's Twilight Wraith. for some reason, I was thinking one of these spawners. Oh, hello. Do, 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 do. Well, that only got me one. That one only got me one. I was thinking one of these was our friends, the little slimy. Oh. I thought I'd gotten all the fluoride out already. Apparently not. Roots. Roots. We're looking for roots. And lighting up areas that are still kind of dark. Those are different kinds of roots up there. Check down here. It is never-ending enjoyment with your adventures at the plant, that is for sure. Have a good day at work, Squishy. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, we might go tackle underneath one of the trees. I was just thinking maybe the hills would be a good source of them, but apparently not. Just fine. Hello, bat. Nope, not seeing roots under here. I may be just too far down. There's these other kind. There's root strands. Those are not the right kind that will generate us the roots we need. Okay. Alright, let's just go back home. Start over. Alright. I know I cleared out all the roots underneath around the maze area. We cleared all of that stuff out already once. Lots of those big stumps in. That's a good call there too, District. And hello, how are you? How did you enjoy your nap? There's a bunch right there. I'll hop on down to you and say hello. Well, so far that fortune has not gotten me any extras yet on the axe. Oh, here's a natural one. Oh, I'm sorry you don't feel well. Now that one got me more than one. That one got more than one. Well, we took some buckshot pictures in the twilight, and all we found was lava. So we went to my first village in the overworld, and first try we found a reservoir, and it was oil. So we have a designated place to go digging, which makes me very happy. And it is also a 100% uraninite spot. So that will be... Oh, hello! I've been looking for you! You are totally not supposed to be here. But thank you for being where you're not supposed to be. We got our first runes! Now that task is blocked by the Dark Nether Star, which is blocked by an obsidian ingot. Where's the obsidian ingot one? That's over here. Now, why is that quest going backwards? That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. Fine. We can work around that. We're on a quest for live root. Blech. I don't know why I keep reading that as being liver. I don't know why. It drives me mad. There we go. Hello. There, got 2 on that one. Nice. I mean, I won't say no to ender ore. Since I'm here. Especially if it reveals more roots. Ha ha ha. It is a little dark. That is better. Yes, give us more roots. Oh, natural ones even better. I want to get a stack. That's what worries me. That's a lot of steel. Yeah, I'm going to be producing... I'm going to need to produce just a gallon of this stuff. Which, you know, like we said, we have unlimited emeralds. So it's just a matter of us hanging out with our friendly neighborhood villager and collecting them from him. Which we can do. That's just wood. There should be more under the tree here. Ah, yes. Okay. So, there. That one. Ooh, here's a whole bunch. Almost out of emeralds now. Okay, we're gonna have to come back and do more of this tree when I get more emeralds. Excellent. Okay, so this is where we want to mine, is underneath these trees. Because those are going to be a great source of roots. I just need to stock up on my emeralds. Bring like 2 stacks of emeralds, go to town, and bring it back so we can craft it. Excellent. That is a plan. That should allow us to make a bunch of steel. I think I still have like 20 ingots. So I'm hoping that's enough to let us keep going for now. While I craft more, and then it can be produced, or it can be making more while we are crafting. I am sure that Derek takes an absolute gallon of steel. More than I probably have at the moment. Okay, so here are the runes. And Grinch is going to get some rewards of runes as well. Oh, that's so good. So good. Let's see. I'm going to get these put away. And I got ender dust over here. Wow, I got a stack and a half of underdust. Oh, another one is full. Okay, put it there. You've gotten so much ender dust. The mining machine is just fantastic. Okay. I got picked up an egg somewhere. That. Okay. So we have found oil. Alright. So we have the excavator, which is going to allow us to mine the ores. So if we wanted, say, the uraninite, or if I wanted to mine the lead that's from right outside. I believe in the book, does it not give information about... No. Minerals. Here we go. Okay, so let's scroll. Looks like they're in alphabetical order. Oh my gosh, look at all of these options. Lead. Here we go. Lead. Lead found in Overworld, Twilight Forest, and the Void is 70% lead, 24% silver, 5% blocks of raw lead, and 1% diamond. Oop. Spoils or cobblestone and gravel. I mean, that would not be bad to be bringing in lead and silver, because we don't have a lot of lead. Plus, you get a few diamond. That's not bad at all. What was one of the other ones we had? We had quartz. If I go to quartz, quartz. That gets you Certus quartz. Okay. And then we had uraninite. Oop. So uraninite is going to give you all the different variations of uraninite and a little bit of lead. Nice. And then we had zinc. Okay, this is good. Zinc will get us zinc, tin, copper, and blocks of raw zinc. That wouldn't be bad either, because now we don't need copper, because we have copper falling out of our ears from the twilight. But zinc and tin are both very valuable, so that would be okay. I think that covers the ones I've found so far. Oh, I had fluorite too, didn't I? I had fluorite. 95% fluorite and 5% arcane crystal ore. Okay, so that would be valuable. Okay, falsite. Ventium is in Everbright. Horizonite is in Everdawn. Okay, that makes sense. We did find some falsite during Grinch's explorations last night. We still need to find Ventium. We had not found raw Ventium yet, and we haven't found the charoite. That's a lot of different options there for sure. Okay. So we can set up the excavator and mine those different ores. And then we have the derrick. Oh, sweet mother of God. That is a lot. Oh, a 5 by 17 by 5 multi-block used to drill the ground to pierce a reservoir. You have one output behind the power port. Simply put a tank to get the fluid from the reservoir. When you finish pumping all the fluid, you can then put a pump jack to passively pump the remnant fluids. The derrick needs concrete and water to go through the ground and pump the reservoir. The derrick needs concrete and water to go through the ground and pump the reservoir. And I have to do something. Oh, I have to do the thing here. Now that should work. Okay. Concrete and water to go through the reservoir. Does that mean it needs like a platform of concrete and on top of water to sit on? Want to make sure I understand this because right now my oil is sitting on a bed of sand. It uses liquid concrete as an input? Interesting. So I need to be able to pump in water and pump in liquid concrete coming from a mixer. Interesting. The Derek's drilling process happens in two stages and cannot happen below the water line as water will flood the drill hole and erode the walls. The first phase is the reinforced drilling phase when the derrick drills above the bedrock and must reinforce the placed fluid pipes with liquid concrete to stabilize them, placing well pipes. If broken, these pipes must be re-drilled. Oh, this sounds terrible. Once the derrick has hit bedrock, the second drill phase begins and concrete reinforcement is swapped for cooling water. The derrick begins drilling through the bedrock to one or more target locations that can be set via its interface, consuming water and fluid pipes to do so. When the well is completed, the wellhead is opened and the drilling equipment is forced out of the well by the fluid pressure from below. Positive pressure from the well forces fluid to the surface and into the derrick's tank and out to external storage such as an oil tank. If the derrick's tank is full and has no ability to output, the pressure relief valve will blow and oil will gush from the top of the derrick and become waste. Once the positive pressure in the reservoir has dropped to zero, the derrick is no longer needed and the fluid extraction can be moved to a pump jack. Oh my lord. Huh. Oh, so this is definitely not as straightforward as we once thought. Which it never is. Hey Potox, how are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, so we need this mixer to make the liquid concrete. And then we can put an aqueous accumulator to pump in water. That would handle our water needs. And then if I remember correctly, for the mixer, it's gravel, sand, and clay balls with water. So I should be able to use the same aqueous accumulator to feed water into the mixer and the derrick. And that will provide water to make the liquid concrete, which then will port over into the derrick once I have one available. Okay, well, that was something I wasn't planning on making yet today, but it isn't even a quest. Furnace, squeezer, fermenter, refinery. Oh, there it is, mixer. It was off the screen. Mixer. Okay, so we need to make the mixer, and then we're gonna need to set up another wind turbine to provide it power, and that'll set up our power network at the new location. And we're going to want to put a mega torch there to prevent any mobs from spawning at our oil processing plant. Okay, that is doable. I love the fact that we all get PB&J for being good little workers. That's just so hilariously funny. Okay, let us see what we can do. I should check. Make sure we don't have any updates from Akumadori. Nope, no updates. Okay, good deal. Alright, so what do we have for that? I only need one of you. Mixer, I need 4 lights. I only have 1 light. Okay, so we're gonna need to make light. Alright, so recipe. Okay, so we're gonna need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 iron plates. I only have 20 steel. Oh, is that going to be enough? That's definitely not going to be enough for both the mixer and a derrick. That's for sure. If I get the mixer going, powered up, and making concrete going into a tank, then we can get steel going. No, actually, we should probably do the steel first so that it can be processing. That probably makes more sense. 119 fence posts are a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Okay, let's look at. All right, one thing at a time. We know we're gonna need to make a bunch of steel. To make the steel, we're going to need a bunch of ironwood. To make the bunch of ironwood, we're going to need a bunch of raw ironwood, which means we're going to need to make as many of these as possible. Okay, so, and then raw ironwood. Ironwood. Alright. So, I was able to craft a stack. I was able to craft 2 stacks. I'm happy with that. Alright, we're going to put 1 stack over there, and we're going to put 1 stack over there. While we're making the mixer, those are going to be converting into ironwood. And then we'll take it over to the blast furnace and get both of them set up to go into there to make steel. Make 4 times more? Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Okay, now I'm out of gold nuggies. Hang on, I'm gonna make more nuggies. Here, here, stack of nuggies. Okay, stack. Okay, now I'm out of live root. God, why did I do that? All right, so almost 4 stacks. didn't quite get 4 stacks, but I got pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna need more steel scaffolding, which I need more steel bars for that. Let's just take these with us. We're gonna need to make them into bars. And rod, steel rods. I could go this way. I'm just so used to going that way. We should probably test this to make sure it works. Let's give her a go. Put the rod on, and I have to take my shield off to use this, which is a bit of a downer. But it gives me an excuse to eat new foods. Alright, so if I put worked like a charm. Okay, so I need to make another batch of you. Boom. And then put the extra one of those in there. It's going to be very loud as I keep eating. And then I need a steel fence. Do I have? I do not have a steel fence. There's the steel fence. Okay, then I need iron sheet metal. There's that. Okay, light engineering. I should have made enough for these, so another batch of these. And then I need to take these with copper into here. And I got an engineer's workbench set up with the crafting components, so I can combine you and you to make that. And most definitely, I will be getting the automated workbench set up so that I can run that through in a more automated fashion in the future. Because that is one of my favorite machines. Okay. So then I need fluid pipes. Have I made any fluid pipes yet? I have. So I just need 3 of those, and that is the mixer. Okay. Did we have one of these shulkers that's empty? No. Yes. Okay. I'm going to put this, 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 this. That's the 6 items, right? 6, 1, 2, 3, yes. Give me more PB and J. Thank you. Okay, so that's the 6 items. Give me that shulker. That's the 6 items for the mixer. Now, to power the mixer, I'm going to need another windmill, which means I'm going to need another kinetic dynamo. I'm going to need another accumulator. All right, so windmill. So I'm gonna need 8 of these. I'm gonna need 8 times 4. I'm gonna need 32 sticks here. Do 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 do. We've been bringing back all of this treated wood from the immersive engineering houses we've been finding, so I have a good stockpile of those. 8 of those. So now I can make the windmill. And then we need sails. Okay, so those are going to be 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Go back. No, this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8. I need 48 of these. All right, so just make a stack of them. That will work. Because then I can do this and make 8 of those. Perfect. And we'll just put the rest of these in there because goodness knows we're going to need them. Okay, so then let's grab... Did I make... I did not yet make the wooden post. Let's get that one done. Because that is going to probably come in handy. I'm going to need that to structure some wire. And I only got one. Oh, but I got a steel post. Ooh, we got an upgrade. Nice. Okay. Actually, let's put the windmill, the wind sails, the 2 posts in there as well. Okay, so now I'm going to need the dynamo. Dynamo, not spelled that way. Dynamo. I'm going to need this, this, make 2 of those. So then I can make the coil, make 1 of those. So then I can make that because I already had an extra of the iron component. So that is the dynamo. Okay, so then we need an LV capacitor, except it's not called a capacitor anymore. It's called an accumulator. Okay, I am going to drive myself mad trying to remember its new name. It is driving me nuts. I cannot call it an accumulator. I'm so used to calling it a capacitor. It's like, no, it's a capacitor. No, it's not a capacitor. Yeah, that's driving me a little bit nuts. I'm not gonna lie. That one is getting to me. That one is most definitely getting to me. I hadn't turned that one off. Oopsie. It's falling back into my old habits of not turning things off. I'm so bad. Okay, so here is the capacitor. No? Oh, we need more iron. Okay, no problem. Iron. Put in there. And we should have now. There we go. Capacitor. Okay. Should now have a good amount of this done. Can I make a hopper quick? Thank you. Oh, wait, one more thing. that out, put that. Oh, that's right. It has to be charcoal. Forgot. Okay, will not feed in the top. Will it feed in the back? No. I thought I had to set this up to automatically feed in by hopper before. I could be misremembering. Could be the sides too, but the sides are currently occupied over there. And this is probably an output side, not an input side. Okay, well, we will just have to come back when it is finished processing that first stack of steel and give it some more to eat. But it prefers charcoal. I think I do have coal coke somewhere, so that's okay. We can do that. Okay, give you that hopper. I have a little bit of charcoal too, so we're good. We're good at making some more steel. That's fine. Okay, is there anything else I need? I'm gonna need some wires. So this is an LV setup. So I'm gonna need insulated LV wire. I'm gonna need LV relays, and I'm gonna need LV connectors. And I'm going to need my hammer. Hammer I've got. And I've got a ton of Hexri stuff that I should probably go put away quick. So my backpack is not full before I go running off to our oil land. And that, and that, and oh, I need to watch for crows too. That needs to like hang up here. It's just for decoration. Where does it go? This goes here. Oh, no. It won't work if I do that. Okay, fine. Put it there. I want to see it spinning. It's so cool. So cool. Let's see. Your Hexri, your Hexri, your Hexri. What else is Hexri? That is, 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 that is. That is. Hextry. Not that. And then these. This. Okay. Okay. Oh. Nope. Eat my PB&J so I get my heart. Okay. Now we can pick up our shulker and go to our oil field. Oh, we need Megatorch. I almost forgot the Megatorch. Megatorch. Very important Megatorch. We do not want to get ambushed by any baddies while we are building. Most definitely do not. Okay, Katiana's oil fields. And it's nighttime. Lovely. Okay. So we want to put this in there, the middle-ish, like about there. Okay. Okay, so if the derrick needs to be here, then our mixer and water stuff is probably going to need to be up in this area so that it can feed down. There's a bee! Hello, bee! This has got to be a good sign. There's bees in the area, and we all know how much I love bees. Like, I love bees so much. Oh, there's 2 of them now. That makes me so happy. So happy. Okay, so we're going to... Hello, guys! We've got a beehive right here for honey. That's great. We can get a campfire and put it under there and be able to collect beehive or honeycombs and honey. Blech. I know what I want to say. It just wasn't coming out. What a very lucky find. Okay, so we're going to take that out. Take the palm tree out. Thank you. Don't need the palm tree. All right. So let us even out this area. Okay. We've got, it looks like some sea beets. Hello, little bee. All right. So we can put the derrick's going to be here. I think we'll put the mixer like at this level here. I think that seems good. And even that out. So I don't want the mixer to be too far away from the derrick since they got to be connected for inputs. And I want them to be able to share the aqueous accumulator that I'm going to probably put over in this general area. So I think we'll put mixer here. The mixer isn't very big in the scope of things. Put that there. All right, I'll put you down there. All right, mixer. Oop. All right, so we've got an L with these. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because those are what we're doing first. All right, so we're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then we're going to have the light engineering block is going to be here. And then we have the 3 fluid pipes are going to be running here, here, and here. Okay. Next level. Okay, next level is these 2 here is going to be here and here. Then we have the 4 of you are going to be in the back corner like that. Okay. Then redstone engineering block is going to be here. Okay, and then we have the fence. Okay, so the fence on this one and a light there. Okay, and then we have to hit it with the hammer in the central sheet metal block. So we hit it in the middle there. And there we have the mixer. Okay, so now the fluid input is over here, which is good because I want the aqueous accumulator to be closest to the derrick. So we can put the aqueous accumulator like right here and be able to feed both of them. And then the output is over here, so that again works because then it can feed the concrete over to here. Or I can feed it to a tank, and then the tank can feed the derrick. So that would also work. Then we have power. So we're going to put the wind turbine up over here. So we're going to get the steel post. We put the leftover blocks in there. We'll get the steel post, the wooden post, the windmill sails, those. We can put that away. I may need the hammer. And I might need some blocks. Okay, so let's use the steel post. And we're gonna put it, let's put it like here so it's not too close and we have a good angle. Go like that. Oh, it is very tall. Very nice. Okay. So we have a steel post. Then on the steel post, we're going to put the dynamo. And then that needs to face that way. Because I want the power output to go away from me. So I can have power going to the derrick and the mixer. And then we're going to have windmill. Lovely. And then it's going to start spinning and we're going to go boop, 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 boop. And that will make it go faster. Lovely. Okay, so then we need to give it a battery so that it will store the power. So we're going to do energy input and energy output. So then it's going to store energy in this battery ready to be delivered to our other machines. So then we are going to place this wooden post right next to me. Oh, no, that's not right. Right next to me, but on the ground. That's better. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to put a relay here. And then we're going to put a connector here. We're going to put a connector there. And we're going to then run a cord from here to here, from here to there. And then it is getting dark because it is sunset. And that is powering the mixer. And we're going to take a snooze. Snooze. Okay. So we have a wind turbine and we have a mixer. Perfect. So now we can take that back, get the aqueous accumulator, and get the water in here and bring back sand, gravel, and clay balls to input into here to make the liquid concrete and the materials to make a tank to store it in. And then the mixer is in one location, one chunk. The battery is in another chunk, which is not ideal, but I still have enough, plenty of first load chunks, so I'm good there. Okay. Let's go back home. Okay. And boom, boom. the more berries. We can put the power stuff away. And can put the book away. And the excess of these. We used up a whole lot of hemp making all that tough fabric. There's now space in the immersive engineering chest, which is kind of nice. Okay, so now we're going to get an aqueous accumulator. Aqueous accumulator. This is one I really like using for my water. Oh, I need more bronze. I'm out of bronze already? Apparently I am. Okay. It's okay. We can make more. This is copper and tin. Only need enough for one for now. We'll have to see. Oh, Grinch is cleaning things up. We'll have to see if we end up needing more water than one can provide. Well, that's interesting. The charcoal ran out, but it only did 20. Okay, that tells me I need to produce more charcoal. Get those running. And put that in there. And there's that. There's that. And I need to take more charcoal up. I was like, why did I come back down? I had forgotten why I came back down because I got distracted. Why in the name of God did the Minecraft gods give you the damn whoopee cushion right at the start of the playthrough? Why? Why? Hey Greg, how are you doing? And then charcoal. So I need a stack of charcoal for every 20 steel. Or did I only have partial in there? I may have only had partial. No, it is not. Don't take his side. You guys are totally taking his side. You guys are all sticking together. I should not be surprised in the least. Okay. And I have a couple buckets of water, which is good. I can use them up and empty up those buckets. Oi! The kitty slippers were lovely. I loved my kitty slippers. I miss them terribly. Because the creepers in this game are no joke. Those bamboo ones freak me out. Ooh, do not like them. Okay. So we're going to put the aqueous accumulator, I think, right about here. Do that. No, that's That's right, like that. Okay, so then we're going to empty, put one over here, put one over there, and then I'm going to use my infinite water bucket and put one over there and one over there. So then that should keep this one full. Now, this one will take augments. So if we find it's not keeping up, I can add augments to it, right? So if we go to thermal, augments. So for example, one of them that comes to mind immediately is the expanded tank construction. That's going to increase its capacity 4 times. This seems like a no-brainer. But it takes cured rubber from thermal to make it. Which we don't have rubber from thermal, but we can make it. Okay, so that one is a no-brainer. Let's definitely put that one on the list. That one's on the list. We're definitely making that one. Let's see. Those are for dynamos. I think that's the only one we need to worry about right now. We may come back and look at adding the hardened integral components, these, to see if that helps speed up how fast it keeps up with the water. We may need that. Okay, but then this is going to need to get connected. Are my pipes going to be long enough? Well, it helps if I put it in the right place. Come here. No. Pipes. And then I need my wrench. And this is going to go boop. And that is going to fill it with water. Okay. And I'm going to need to make more fluid pipes, or I can use the immersive engineering export pipes to export it to a tank. Okay, so part 1, done. Okay, so let's go. I was going to say, let's go back home, /home. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. I forgot. Home we go. All right, so now we need to make a tank to store the concrete. So that way we'll have concrete made before we get the derrick done. It should be just a fluid tank. So 4 treated wood fence and 34 iron sheet metal. You think an iron drum would be enough? I mean, that holds 256, which is half of a tank. I don't know how much a derrick needs. If a derrick is only going to need 100,000, But maybe it's only going to need 1,000. I don't know how much concrete it's going to need. The next one up. Oh, a reinforced one. Oh, you can store 4.1 million in a reinforced drum. Oh, well, goodness gracious. Well, first of all, do we have... We don't have a drum sitting here idly. Wait, what? How am I seeing Greg's advancements? That's new. Oh! I totally didn't realize. Why is this not crafted? Did I not leave enough iron for the rest? Oh, I totally didn't. I was one short. I'm sending Grinch to the Nether to mine for the netherite materials. We just haven't gotten there yet. It's on the list. I do appreciate the thought, though. I totally missed that you had come to our universe. That will hold a lot of stuff. Oh, sweet mother of... Are you kidding me? 65,000? Oh, that's insane. That is an insane amount of stuff. Oh, boy. Oh, hello! I'm not used to seeing other people here. You have made me very happy. Very, very happy. Potax will be very, very unhappy, but I'm okay with that. I'm kittied again. Thank you very much, Greg. Look at my feetsies. happy. Oh dear. Strange and interesting things are happening over there. I'm just going to come over here so I can set my... It's nighttime. Okay, so we can then put this like right here. And then go like boom, boom. And then this is going to be like that. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what we want at all. No, 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 no. I have to put a filter on there so only the concrete comes out. Oh dear. Snap. I have to construct some before... Now, what am I going to do with the water now? Well, this is a problem. I have to dump this water out somehow. I need a filter in that pipe. I forgot about making a filter. Totally spaced that. Ugh, that's my bad. Well, except the drum has water in it. I gotta figure out how to get the water out. There's sand. Here's gravel. And here's clay. Put that in here for now. Here is clay. Well, except it doesn't have an even number. It's going to be so hard getting it to stop on exactly an even number of 1,000. What? Okay, so I can put in gravel, sand, and clay. Okay, that can start processing while I go transfer this water to a different tank. Urgh. It's less than 10,000, so a basic tank should work. Oh, except I'm missing iron. I'm waiting for it to produce out of the furnace. Let's take a break from making that. We'll throw this back up there. Move one of you over here. So you can start making me iron. Okay, I need a basic tank, because that'll hold 32,000. That'll be enough. Okay. Because the only time then I would have to worry about it would be if the tank got empty. Okay, if I do this... Lovely. Alright, so now I have a tank of water in here. Okay, so now I've got liquid concrete and water, and I want to output only the bottom fluid, which is going to be the liquid concrete, right? Liquid concrete is the bottom fluid. So now I should be able to do this. Right. So now if I do this, now this is pulling out the concrete. And this can only pull out concrete. And then this is refilling it with water. And I'm going to run out of gravel before I run out of sand or clay. So I need to go see if we have more gravel at home. I didn't see any in the chest, and I would think we have more gravel. Yeah, that will be next if I don't find any. There is a stack of it. Oh, sorry, half a stack of it. Let us take 4 stacks of cobble. To the crushing wheels. Just turned on here. And we will mass produce some cobble. And meanwhile, I will take this additional gravel to you. Okay, that should let you keep making me concrete. Okay, so we have concrete, we have water, which is necessary for making a derrick run. So let's see what all else we need for making a derrick. I know I'm not going to have enough steel for it. I am producing it at as fast a rate of speed as I can. Ooh, we're getting very framey. Put that away and that away. Some seeds away. And then grab some more charcoal and another stack of ironwood. We'll go see where our steel production is at. that one ran out. Put that there. Refill you. Grab what's done. Okay, so I have a stack of steel. That is not going to be enough, but it will hopefully get us started while the next batch is a-cooking. And let me check for a message from Akumidori. Nope, not yet. Okay, we got another hour. Got another hour. Let's see what we can do for the derrick. Where is my shulker? Right here. Shulker. Okay, so I know I need a redstone engineering block. Akumidori works at a movie theater. She does concessions, box office, general cleaning, guest assistance, you know, whatever stuff needs to be done, that sort of thing. It is a very busy weekend this week because Inside Out 2 has come out, and it's sort of like start of summer weekend movie thing, and it has apparently been a pretty busy week. She really has enjoyed working at the movie theater quite a lot. It was hard during the pandemic because all the movie theaters closed. So she was on furlough for 6 months, I think. I want to say about 6 months that they were closed altogether. So fortunately, her then boyfriend was there to take care of her, and then they got engaged, and of course now they're married. But yeah, it was interesting times, but she waited for them to reopen rather than finding another job. She was patient and waited for them to reopen and came back. So a lot of the staff they turned over. So they had to, you know, train a bunch of new staff and everything. It was a little challenging when they reopened. They didn't have a lot of their regulars come back, but they were really glad that she did because she is very reliable, and they know they can count on Akumi to get stuff done. So pretty good gig. All right, we need that iron so we can turn it into plates. I'm gonna just turning a whole bunch of these iron into plates so I have a bunch. Okay, I'm gonna just turn this on for a second to get plates, and hopefully the system can handle that for just a little bit. The system is doing a lot of work right now because it's making gravel, it's doing whatever Grinch is doing, it's making my press go. There we go. We are making a belt, and the belt goes underground for some reason. I can see it went underground. Grinch is doing some things. Not sure exactly what yet, but he will tell me when it's ready. Alright, I'm doing 2 batches of those. He is doing some things and some stuffs. This is also accurate. He really enjoys Create. I will say that mod has he's definitely enjoying that. And optimizing the system and getting things balanced just so, and yeah. That's definitely been fun. Okay, so now light engineering blocks. I have one I need 8. Well, that's not going to help me because I need big 2 batches of 4. Okay, so 2 batches of 4 on the light engineering blocks. So, light engineering blocks here. 2 batches of this. Okay, so I'm going to need this, boom, boom. Okay, so then I'm going to need... Okay, I don't have the iron mechanical components, so that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I don't think I have 16, do I? No, I only have 10. Okay, so I'm going to need 6. Oh, but I already have 2. Oh, that's good. So that means I don't need so many. That means I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm still too short. Ugh. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hello, Rerun. How are you doing? Good to see you again. It is. It is. I'm going to definitely have to send the miner back out. Get me more iron. We may need to take another hill out. Ow. The kitty slippers are back. It's the best thing ever. I have missed the kitty slippers so. I just love them. Okay, there's those. This corner feels very dark. We're just gonna add a little more light. Okay, so now I should be able to do boom, boom. That takes care of those. Okay. So now we've got those. Now we need steel scaffolding and steel scaffolding slabs, which I have 4. Okay, this is where things are going to start to fall apart. Okay, so I need 31, but these get made from these, and I need 20. So I'm going to have to make 4 batches of these. So 4 times 3 is another 18. So that would be 1849. I need 49. I have 4. So I need 45. 45, and they make 6. 8. I need 8 batches. So that would be 8 times 3. I need 24 rods. 24 rods divided by 2 would be 12. That. Okay, I think I got this right. That I need to come over here and we need to do 12 rods. I think. And the first team eliminated from the College World Series is the Virginia Commodores. Bye-bye. Those. Okay. So we are going to do R here. Lettuce? Okay, 31 of these goes in here. Lettuce. What about lettuce? Oh, you've been looking for wild lettuce? And I totally was wrong. I made too many. That's fine. You know we're going to use them, so. You have an entire gold backpack of other C's before you found lettuce. I totally feel your pain. Orange mystical seeds. Okay. So Grinch has made the Haunt-O-Matic. You automaticed everything, didn't you? The Haunt-O-Matic in and out. The Wash-O-Matic in and out. To be determined in and out. So you could have put lava here, I suppose. That would be the lava would be the cook-o-matic, I guess. Because then you would have haunting, washing, and cooking. You have the melt-o-matic for that. The to be determined o-matic is by far his favorite. Yes. Okay. So this is, you've got it set up with the one block processing. The question is it going to process in the one block that it's sitting there before it gets pulled out? You think it should? Okay, let's test that. Let's see. I think we might have to set filters to keep things on there. Let's see. What it's haunting. No, that's not right. Let's see. One of the things we can make is soul sand by regular sand into soul sand. Oh, except I just put all the sand in the yeah. Well, we could have tested it, except I'm using all the sand to make concrete. I have to go get sand. Just a second. I know where to find sand. I will bring back a sand. It will just take a moment. I know there is sand over here. Has sand over here at the fishing spot. Past the salmon berries. Okay, I think we have enough sugarcane farming. A bit. Just a bit of sugarcane farming. And of course you found sand there. You made sand here. Oh, dear God. I didn't know the gravel was done. They are, this is true. The wheels are very, very fast. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. So the test is to see, okay, so if we do in sand, it just spits out sand in the out. Doesn't the Hauntomatic, doesn't it have to be soul sand on fire versus the soul campfire? Cause I'm thinking you might need the outs to be brass that can then have filters that will collect the finish items. Oh, except they would just keep going down the belt if they aren't a match. Okay, you got one. Bink. Okay. I think it may need to go down one. It's all good. Learning process. This is time for my steel production, which is very good. We need steel production. Oh wait. Charcoal is over here. Bink. Charcoal. Ironwood. More ironwood. Shoop. Okay, so we have those pieces. Now we need what's left. 119 steel fence. Blah. I have to. Okay, so 119 minus 2 is 117. 117 divided by 3. Calculator here. 117 divided by 3 is 39. So I need to do 39 batches, which means I need to do 39 of these are going to have to get made into rods. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough. Yep. Oh, unless I already have some rods. Let me see, do I have some rods? No. I have steel plates, but I don't have steel rods. I could make it back into an ingot if I had set up tinkers, but I still haven't done tinkers yet. I ended up making too many scaffolding, and that cost me. Urgh! Okay. Let's just do 35 of these for now. That'll give me 70. I should probably do that maybe tonight after dinner. Maybe tonight after dinner I will get Tinker's stuff set up. Because I'm out of gravel and sand, so I'm going to have to work the grinding wheels to make a bunch more of that. Dink, dink. Let's see. So it's basically this, half, half, that. Oh, I got too many yet to go. Pop those off. Go faster. We are stuck waiting for steel. Okay. I'm gonna need to go get a ton more emeralds because we're down to our last stack. Should go visit our friendly merchant and get him some melons to make him happy. surprised you're full again. Oh yeah, tell me all about it. Yeah, really? Oh, didn't know. Fascinating. Really? You don't say. Have I locked you in yet? Here. Now you are. Oh, other farmer. Hello. What do you have for your final one? Also, golden carrots and glistening melon slices, which really don't do any of us any good. I've not seen Joshua fruit. Tomatoes. Captive! Hey, captive. Now, why are you saying you don't want tomatoes when you clearly want tomatoes? Don't be silly, my dude. You clearly want tomatoes. Yep. Okay, I think I have topped off all I can. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now I'm taking home a bunch of tomatoes and melons, and I think we could probably stop with the wheat. We're really good on wheat now. Like, really, 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 really good on wheat now. We can probably have all the BLTs we want. Like, for a while. Okay. Alright, so there is that. The seeds are gonna go in here. The slag is gonna go in there. The sand I ended up not needing yet, but could go. So you put the LV wire coil in there. The steel fence we're working on can go there. That steel can go there. That steel rod can go there. And we can put that in there. And I can put the bucket away there. Put that in my backpack. And I can put the item frames away in here. Okay. We need to go back, either go back to that big tree or find a different big tree and make us more living root so we can make more steel. Off we go. Either option will work. Pick up the one around the edges first. And then head inside. Ah, lovely, lovely. Do, 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 do. I have to keep my eye that I don't chop one prematurely. boom, 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 boom. This little stack here. Boom, 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 boom. Two and a third, and I still have a stack of emeralds to go. There's 3 stacks. That would be 4 stacks. Almost at the end. Last emerald. We had exactly enough emeralds. Oh no, we were 1 short. Drat. Okay, well we almost had exactly enough emeralds for the roots in the space. And we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2/3 stacks of roots. I'll take that. So is that mob farm setup isn't that hard? I mean, not hard, but you're not like that much farther in the pack, are you? And you're able to get that set up? Is that the hostile mob learning type of mob farm or a traditional mob farm? Finding a Vindicator and Evoker for the spawner. That would be hard, yes. Okay. So then we need the raw ironwood. So that. And then I'm going to need a lot of nuggies. I'm going to need 1, 2, oops, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can put the silver crystals in there. Gold in there. Okay, so I'm going to make stack, stack. Oh, that's right! I need raw iron! And I had to process my stack of raw iron because I was out of iron. I forgot. We're gonna have to have the... Oh, neat. I have iron ore, but I need some of those for these crafts. So I'm hanging on to those. Oh, these! Oh, I totally didn't see those. Okay, so we do have enough to do one more stack. Good eyes. Can do. That's what, okay. That, I did not see those. That will get us one more stack of steel. And I did need to come back here for more of charcoal, which is not over there, it's over here. Okay. So I have just under a stack left ready to go. Some habits are hard to break, you know? It's... Okay, so that is... 15 more. That's a lot. After the derrick, I think we need to do the arc furnace, which means doing arc furnace, squeezer, because we need the squeezer to make the hop graphite ingot, to be able to make the graphite electrodes that will run the arc furnace. If we make the arc furnace, oops. I gotta find it. We can make steel the traditional way with iron ingots, but it takes pet coke or coke dust, which we can then take our coal coke and crush it. No, it's pet coke is one of the options. There's multiple ways of getting steel. Pet coke is one of them, but coke dust is another one, and we can make coal coke with our coke oven that we have. Right, but if you're already making pet coke because you're doing this process, yeah, if you're already processing the oil, you're gonna have the pet coke laying around. Trying to see, was there any other options on the steel? No, I don't see any other options. But you can process it and have a 50% chance of doubling, so that's kind of nice. I mean, that's not a bad thing. A block of raw iron can make 13 with a 50% chance of an extra. I mean, what we all want, you know, is an induction smelter. But that ain't happening anytime soon. This is not a thing. This does not exist in our universe, nor is it likely to in the immediate future. So, yeah. Even you don't have that yet. Well, so. I do want to get this set up as well, so I have the automated version versus the manual one. Hi, Akira. Thank you so much for the reminder. It is a happy Father's Day for all those dads out there. Checking on Akimadori again. We're getting closer to her clock out. I'm happy with that progress. Oh, I'm supposed to get a bucket of concrete. I should go and do that. Grab myself a bucket and run over there and grab myself a bucket of the concrete. That will finish that little quest line up. Okay, and I get another bucket of concrete, which will just add to the drum. Alright, so you are... moving right along. Good deal. Alright. I mean, the other thing is, of course, the arc furnace takes so much power. Will my windmills be able to keep up? But when I have Grinch go get me a whole bunch more iron, making steel in the arc furnace is going to make all the rest of this stuff so much easier to do. Just so much easier. I didn't find an iron vein, otherwise I might have gone right to the excavator. But with our mining machine, the hills are really good providers for the resources. So I'm not too worried about that. Nice. So you got lucky and you found the right type of vein. You're providing. How are you powering all of that? You've got a flux network up already. Good God. And a max size one, no less. Oh my goodness gracious. That's nuts. Alright. Your nether portal spawned on an ancient debris chunk. Yeah, that is really lucky. For sure. I mean, that is something we could use for power in the overworld, is using solar. Getting the one that has the iron is probably going to be a little tricky right now because we're short of iron, but... let's see, no need... As you start small and then you build them up. I did all of those without AE2 in... Because we had those in DDSS, didn't we? I'm sure we did. Yeah, they require 4 each. Not... These are not cheap, that's for sure. Ouch. Don't you have it like automatically keeping in stock X amount of iron? Do you have the chicken? If you have the chicken, I'm gonna be so jelly. I want the chicken so bad. No chickens on mob farms, just using a traditional iron farm. Slag over here, go on. Oh, we remember that dirt. Oh, I remember that dirt. Oh, we can make that too. Just get that quest over with. Hey, free mega torches! And I only got one. Of course I did. Why do we not all have this? Uh, Ah! Instant rain go bye-bye! I'm so happy! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Crafting things while we wait for steel. Tool belt. And a belt pouch. Wait, how do I... Oops. I suppose I should be nice and make one for Grinch, huh? How do I put the pouches on? Ah, by combining them in an anvil. So if I combine this with this, and then if I do it again, ah, oopsie. It's a good thing we have lots of anvils. I suppose I should see how many belts Grinch gets before I install any more on mine, in case he doesn't get as many. goes on my belt pouch. R by default. Oh. Interesting. I have got like 8 million pickaxes right now. It's ridiculous. That'll come in handy. Put my tools in there so I don't have to keep going in and out of my backpack for them. I like that. Definitely don't have that yet. A click machine. How often do we want something that'll just click for us? That'll be nice. We definitely need that. I don't think I have blue and red. I'll have to figure that out. But I definitely have books I need to store, and I can definitely do that. Well, I'm gonna run out of time to be able to get all of the steel I need, sadly. But we are well on our way to getting the materials needed for our derrick. And then we will be able to get our first oil generation in place. Which is great. And then I think I'm going to divert my attention to getting the arc furnace up and running so that I actually have an alternative way of making steel. Because, this is just not going to work long term. And I need to get Tinker set up. So I think those will be my projects for the next couple of days, is getting Tinker set up and getting these arc furnace and the squeezer set up and running so that we can make steel in a better way, because the live route is getting a little old, a little fast, and no, we just can't do that. Just can't do that anymore. But Akumidori is going to be getting off work here soon, so I need to jump in the car and go pick her up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little bonus stream of 3 hours. We got a little bit farther along, which is great. Grinch is going to keep working on that washomatic, hauntomatic, so it's done. Well, I suppose now we need to try it out. Oh, well then. Well, I put sand in the in and it didn't go out. Haunting is working! Oh, you did get it to work with a soul campfire. Well done! Yes, but the only way to make steel dust is crushing steel, which if I had steel, I wouldn't be crushing it into dust. Or a metallurgic infuser if I had carbon and enriched iron. But we are nowhere near being able to make a steel casing. What the hell is that? Unobtainium? It takes nether stars to make steel casings. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Or a supreme machine frame in the combiner with a block of steel. You've got to be kidding me. Ugh. Oh, that's just painful. Ugh. Lovely. And you have this on a clutch so it can be shut off when it's not in use? Oh, you do not. Okay. How does this affect our system outputs? So we're at low. If I turn on the big boy, and the other big boy, yeah, that ain't good. Okay, so we cannot turn on the... Yes. We cannot turn on the crushing wheels and the deployers simultaneously. Oh, you think we can now? Nope. Something else is on? That's off. That's off. That's off. That's off. Okie dokie. He'll continue playing with that until it's time to finish dinner up. Folks, I hope you enjoyed our dipping into immersive engineering. I'll continue working on that, working on tinkers, working on some ore collections, working on oil, working on all sorts of other things before we meet sometime next week. And then I will probably be off streaming for a week or so, give or take a smidge. And then hopefully we will be back in action in early July. So everybody take care and we will see you next time. Bye everybody.